On Saturday, February 17th, the general public gathered for a clay workshop hosted by Alexander Paul, the founder and CEO of Delidino. Delidino is a brand renowned for crafting unique collectible pieces using clay, plush, and more. The event planning unfolded as follows. Starting at 9 a.m., preparations began, anticipating around 10 attendees. A spacious table was crucial for an optimal learning experience, so two large tables were arranged side by side, creating a square. The designated area for Alice, the instructor, was defined complete with white sheets and an array of tools, including a toothbrush, needle, and clay in various colors. A coffee break table for attendees was strategically placed, offering a variety of snacks such as cookies, bread, coffee, sodas, and mineral water. The album program ensured that participants could indulge in a light snack while waiting for the clay creation to bake. Considering the challenging and strenuous nature of the activity, this break provided a refreshing pause. To enhance the atmosphere, a speaker was set up to play music at a moderate volume throughout the event, adding a pleasing backdrop for everyone involved. The thoughtful planning created a conducive environment for a successful and engaging clay workshop. After fine-tuning the last details, securing materials against the wine with carefully placed tape, tidying the workspace, selecting suitable music, and setting up the clay oven for the upcoming creations, only a few minutes remained before welcoming our participants. Close to 10 a.m., our eager participants started arriving one by one. Welcoming them with enthusiasm, we guided each person to the designated spot, ready to begin explaining the workshop dynamics and preparing the preliminary instructions. Everything was set for a creative and engaging session. Alice started by showcasing some of his remarkable creations, leaving participants in awe of the versatility and creative potential inherent in this sculpture technique. Our attentive staff distributed the final set of materials. Alice proceeded to explain the proper handling of clay and the use of each tool. He provided insights into when to use baby oil, alcohol, and cotton swabs. With everything set, Alice instructed everyone to apply baby oil to the clay cubes, preparing them for shaping. Some participants had initial doubts, promptly resolved with guidance. Within minutes, the chosen sculpture was unveiled, a glazed donut. It's the most basic shape, it's perfect for beginners, Alice remarked. Participants used a knife to cut clay cubes, mixing them with oil. They then flattened their clay, cutting two small circles of different sizes with a mold. While seemingly simple, the real challenge lay ahead. Both circles had to be joined to create a small ball, a tricky task as clay isn't as pliable as one might think. Yet, with mutual assistance, everyone managed to shape their donut. Now, it was time to shape that donut. Alice delicately flattened the ball, forming a thick disc. His apprentice followed suit. The initial outcome resembled a small chubby cylinder, which was carefully pierced from the center with a toothpick. With utmost care and fingertip precision, participants transformed that bit of clay into a donut. Once the donut is formed, it's time to move to the oven, preheated for a few minutes and ready to prepare the piece. This step is crucial as it solidifies this sculpture. The heat causes the oil to evaporate, making the piece much more robust, allowing further work, adding color and various decorations in this case. While the clay donuts are baking, it's coffee break time. Attendees form a line, choosing cookies, coffee, and soda from the table to enjoy a snack while their donuts cool, preparing to resume their creative endeavors. It's time to resume. With colored clay and plenty of baby oil, participants will prepare the glaze for their donuts. They'll use a tongue the pressure to vigorously mix until all lumps disappear. Some opt for a pink glaze, others for a chocolate brown glaze, or perhaps a classic white glaze. Alice advises using a stick for spreading, doing it patiently in gentle circles while avoiding donut mess. This has proven to the most challenging part so far. Calculating the right oil proportion for the current texture and dissolving the lumps has been tricky for some of the participants. Despite that, everyone looks excited and pleased with their creations. Now, it's the time to crown the creation. Alice has revealed to the participants intriguing elements to get creative, with strawberries, colorful sprinkles, and all sorts of vibrant and fun decorations to place on top of the donut, giving it a realistic and delicious look. This was perhaps the favorite part of many of them, as it sparked their creativity, and they saw their creations very close to completion. Participants interact and joke with each other. It seems that, so far, it has been a fun activity for everyone. The designs are ready, and now it's just a matter of waiting for the magic of the oven to harden the pieces. At this moment, the donuts are in their second and final baking. Upon completion of this process, they will be ready and can function as cute as decorative objects. As mentioned earlier, the heat hardened the clay to the point of making it entirely solid and very safe to handle. They could be transformed into earrings, charms for necklaces, or simply decorative pieces of a shell.
Hola, soy Rebeca, me gustó mucho el taller de la arcilla, fue una experiencia única, fue muy divertido, yo considero que es un arte y pues el tener también esa delicadeza y la paciencia de hacer la arcilla, ¿no? Me gustó muchísimo, el evento estuvo muy bien organizado, cómo convivimos con los demás, las demás personas en esta disposición, entonces me gustó mucho el taller. Gracias.
¿Qué tal? Mi nombre es Gabriel, acabo de terminar el curso de la arcilla. Me gustó muchísimo conectar con esa parte de arte que hace rato que no tenía, la manualidad y todo lo demás. Lo recomiendo mucho y pues felicidades a los que organizaron el evento. Muy bien.
Okay, so what I would have done differently is to start the workshop a little earlier, since at the end, due to certain problems beyond our control, the clay figures could not be finished on time. So I think that with 1 hour of extra time, it will have been fine for everything to be finished in time and form. Okay, about my job, I was part of the logistics of the band. I was in charge together with my colleague that at all times the work area was clean as much as possible, as well as that each course member had the necessary tools and materials to be able to perform the activities satisfactorily. Okay, about the areas of improvement, we believe that one of the areas would have been to have more extra raw material to work with, because although everyone have had material to work with, if we receive one more participant for the course, they will have lacked certain tools. Similarly, we will have liked to improve the work environment. in terms of the location, as there was at times a lot of air and it moved things around, but there were also times when it was very hot and attendance may have felt a bit uncomfortable.
Hi, my name is Alexander, and what I did for the clay workshop was to be the person in charge of teaching to the assistants how to work with clay, also the techniques that were used, and to solve any kind of concern related to the creative process. I also prepare all the kits for the assistants and design a basic step-by-step guide for making a miniature clay donut. What could I have done differently? Well, I would consider more basic activities for the participants since it took them more time than we thought to create their little piece, and also to bring more craft supplies because, for example, we only had one baby oil bottle, so they had to take turns in order to use it. So that really delayed us a lot.
In the positive points of our event, we can highlight that the attendees were really interested in the workshop and in learning about working with clay. There was a participant that made another figure by himself, and that shows that he really learned in the workshop, he enjoyed it, and it was a great experience for him. Our event was a small event, but that helped us to have more control about the activities that were happening. And we believe that the coffee break we had brought a plus to our event. I was part of the staff, and within my responsibilities were to arrange the tables and chairs in order that all the participants could have a good view towards the instructor. Also to be aware if they had any doubts so we could help them, and if they needed any extra material or any other instrument to provide it to them. We had a table for a coffee break, and the table needed to be moved several times because of the sun, and that leads me to what we could have done differently. We could have done the workshop in another location because the location where we were, the sun gave directly to it, and it wasn't so comfortable for us or for the participants. Also, the wind was very strong, and it delayed the time that the clay needed to be in the microwave, and that delayed the schedule we have done for the event.
Hello, I am Lizardo, part of the Prota team, and during our event, I supported the marketing and promotional activities, as well as logistics and setup on the day of the event. I hoped to set up the chairs, the tables, and I had to go to the store to get some ice for the drinks. And during the preparation for our event, I assisted with the creative process of the promotion and the logistics planning. I created the company website and I gave it a graphic identity. So in the event went great, and the audience left home very happy with the knowledge they gained. And I am very satisfied with our performance, even though it took us about 20 minutes longer. And that's all.
Hi, I'm Rodolfo, and I was on the team that did the planning event named or titled Craft with Clay Workshop. What was my part on that? I was in the logistics team. I was able to set up everything, the chairs, the tables, everything for the workshop, and everything went well. So yeah, I'm almost 100% that I did my job perfectly. And why would I change? I wouldn't did anything different because I like how it went, and because everything enjoyed it. The logistic was perfect, the instructor was more than perfect, and everything went so well. The snacks were delicious, everything was amazing, so I didn't change anything.
Hello there, this is Manuel, and I am the guy behind the camera in the clay workshop. I would like to say that it was a great experience for me, and to capture the whole creative moments with my partner, Alexander Poole, has been really funny. If I had the wish to improve this experience, maybe it could have been more efficient considering we were 8 people. There was a moment where our attendees got to the place and we were not ready. They had to wait sometimes standing, and I think that's something that cannot happen again. I'm sure that there's a lot of opportunities to improve, and I'm sure that we're gonna make it better the next time. Planning is part of the process, and at the end, everything was okay. We received really good reviews, but I think that we could do it better. For next time, we can set a higher fare to can improve and make the possibility that the assistants can take to their homes their tools, make a better coffee break, and to be more visible for the people, in the marketing part.